Okay, I'm just going to go with this and see what happens. There were a couple of reasons I wanted to do this in real time, because I wasted a lot of material and the stuff's not all that cheap. This is just a piece of oak with the same black paint I used on the bench. It is an eggshell because it was on sale. Probably be able to tell more of a difference right here. But what you do is use a paper plate. This is the stuff, and this is what I want to show you, because what I sent you is this size right here, and it's not even all the way full, but that should be plenty to do that Asian cabinet, and you should have it left over. Should be able to do the Asian cabinet 3 coats. The more coats you put on, the better, and then you'll probably have stuff left over. But you put a little bit in a paper plate, just a little bit. Take a brush, wet it. I use a spray bottle, and then you just do it like this. Hopefully you can see it. And once it gets saturated a little bit, just those long, quick strokes. So you can see it now. But if you put too much on, it just does not work right. And I know you said something about you have the tendency to want to go back and touch it up, but knowing that you're going to put at least a couple more coats on, you can see how it changes the color. This is brown. I sent you all the black I have. Now see the color difference there? You know, that's why I use a firm brush. I prefer a firm brush, and I can lean on the paintbrush a little bit and stroke it out like that. That's covered, and that's all it is. And you saw how much I used. Okay, putting that piece aside, I wanted to see what would happen here. This is just a piece of this birch plywood. And what I did, I took some of that ebony stain. It's an oil-based stain, but it's hopefully dry enough that you can use a water-based product on top of it. So same thing, and plus I just left some open spaces because I wanted to see how this brown would look on the top of that ebony stain. Same thing, just get a little bit. Probably will take a little bit more. Try to fill them holes in. This is going to be a little bit, I don't think this is going to work so well. We'll edit this out later on because it's going over the top of an oil-based stain. So we can put enough on there to make to get it darker. See, I don't want to waste any on this piece, but you can see if you kept working it and put enough on, it'll fill in some of the holes, but it does add that brown cast to it. Yours will be a lot better because of the black. Here's a piece. What I'm going to do is just show you the way I would suggest you do it on that Asian cabinet is not even use a brush, because that piece would be perfect to use this like a little 4-inch roller. And I don't have a pan, but we'll just get some, just get a little bit still working, that little bit right there. I don't have much on there. I need to put a little bit more in there. recipes on YouTube. Be sure to like us on Facebook. I forgot to, I should have wet this foam roller. I forgot to do that. That's a very important step, is the brush and the roller needs to be damp, not wet. That's why I use a spray bottle. This first was a kind of a blue dye. I forgot what was in the middle. I think it was just bare wood. And even down here on the black, you can see how it's covering it up. Probably hard to tell. But just like for a first coat, and do it just that quick and then leave it alone. Otherwise you'll put too much on there. But that's just a good base, sealed coat, water based, and you saw about how much I used, not very much. Just see what it does. This has blue dye on it. You know, if you want to change the color like you're doing on the Asian cabinet, it's just going to enhance the black toward the end. You know, if you don't like it, do this number right here. Pull it off to whatever extent you want to. Like over here, you know, we could start pulling it off, or you could let it dry. And the people that do it professionally, that do the faux finishing, they use the sponges, and they're real expensive and they're hard to do. But on the Asian cabinet, just using that black as a sealer with the 4-inch sponge roller, I think is going to be perfect, even though you can't tell it by looking at this mess right here. We'll see if we have to do this again.